Hey guys, it's Alicia Raye, Alicia Tequila, and I'm here with Sliocht and tuning in to the new episode of The Sit Down. Bow.
It's Alicia Raye, baby. Tequila, tequila. Shining, 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 shining. Never thought I was gonna make it. I'm going in, and I go in for the target.
What first got me into music, I kind of got into music from my love for poetry and like the English literature. So I started kind of writing poetry maybe like 9 years old. And then I started getting into rap around maybe 10, 11. So pretty early on, I started just like experimenting with like different poets, different poems, different short stories, different like rhyming scales, nursery rhymes. And that's kind of how I kind of like found my way into like what I'm doing right now, which is like the little sing rap kind of vibes. Growing up, I was very inspired by like my dad because he also did music, going to church. Christian music was a very, very like core thing in my household, being a pastor's daughter. So that was some sort of inspiration as well. And then when I kind of decided to like experiment with like the sounds that I like, the artists that I like, the type of music I like, I was very inspired by like Young Money, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Drake, Escape, people like Monica. A lot of like American artists, really inspired me because that was the kind of music I grew up listening to. And then also Wizkid, Afrobeat artists, Two-Faced Bidia, stuff like that. How would I describe the music I typically create? I would describe it as just like cool, vibesy music, sensual. I'm a very like sensual person, and I like to express like my feelings, my emotions, my sexuality, all of that. I like to wear that on my sleeve, and I also like to express it in my music. So I almost feel like once I have my song done, it speaks for itself, and when the listener is listening, I almost want them to relate or be able to kind of have a sense of who I am. What is my creative process like? Typically I write best, or I'm more creative when I'm down, when I'm upset, when I'm in a mood, and my feelings about something. I then tend to like record, write, try and like relieve the energy, and I usually turn to the studio or like a voice note. So that's kind of like my creative process, but of course I'm not down every day. But for those days that like I'm in an up spirit and like I feel good, I typically just like go to the studio, put some beats on, listen to maybe 3 beats, choose the beat that I'm gonna use, get on it, listen to it. If I love it, I bang it out. If I don't, I freestyle a hook, and then I write the verse and chop it up. If I could open a show for any artist, who would it be? This is a hard question. I'd love to open up a show for Kanye. I'd love to open up a show for DJ Khaled. If DJ Khaled was to do like a tour, I'd love to be on the lineup of that. And
You mean if DJ Khaled was to do another one?
another one. And lastly, I'd love to open up for Rihanna or Meg Thee Stallion. One message I would love to give to my fans would be to keep on fighting, keep on pushing, and always be ready and accepting of new experiences. And it's always important to learn. So, and I say this because I feel like knowledge is confidence, and I love to think that I'm very confident, and the music I put out radiates that. So that's one thing I'd love to give to my fans. Keep pushing, keep going, and be accepting of new experiences and new things. What is the most useless talent that I have? The most useless talent that I have is probably doing the splits. I don't understand what benefits I get from being able to split my legs really wide open at 100 degrees, 180 degrees. Do I sing in the shower, and what songs do I sing if I do? I definitely sing in the shower. I don't know anybody who doesn't sing in the shower. And I'm definitely singing my song. Definitely Alicia Raye. Summertime Flex or Bust It or Mia, now that it's out. What would I be doing right now if it wasn't for my music career? I would be a qualified intellectual disability nurse, first of all, and I'd probably be working in a community setting, working 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts. Where have I performed and what are my favorite venues? I've performed in Ireland, in the UK, and in Brussels, Belgium, and in, I feel like I'm missing one and I just can't remember. But yeah, I've performed around different parts of Ireland. My favorite venue was the Riot venue for my Wizkid show when I headlined for him. So yeah, you can already imagine like opening up for your idol. It was such a big deal, such a great time, and yeah, I love the experience. How do I feel the internet has impacted the music business? I feel like with anything, there's like a positive and a negative. There's pros and cons. But the positive side of the media would be, you know, putting my music out there to more people, in more continents, more countries, more ears. My fan base is growing. You know, it's easier for me to network because I'm meeting new people that I could possibly not meet. You know, I'm in Ireland and I have the opportunity to talk to somebody who is in LA or who is in Denmark about my music, which is amazing. And I know if it's happening for me, it's definitely happening for other people. Also, for Ireland, which is a very small music community that we have, which is growing, but compared to everybody else, we're relatively still small. The media is definitely helping us because more people are starting to hear about Irish music, you know, Irish drill and Irish artists, female artists and stuff like that. So it's definitely a positive thing for the music scene in Ireland anyway. What is my favorite song to perform? My all-time favorite until recently was Pass Me the Lighter. Like my supporters and my fans from like the beginning would know Pass Me the Lighter. Definitely a song full of energy. But my new favorite song to perform is definitely Summertime Flex featuring Boy Wonder. I just love that song. Like, it's just a vibe. Like, anytime, anywhere, any place, You put that song on the radio and boom, I'm guaranteed your mood is uplifted, you're feeling yourself, and you're just litty. Like, who doesn't want to be litty? Which famous musician do I admire? I really admire Alicia Keys. I think she's very elegant. She's very beautiful. Like, she just seems like such good energy, and she just seems like she has such a great heart, and oh, she's just beautiful and amazing. So I love Alicia Keys. I really look up to her as well. I really look up to Rihanna. I think Rihanna is just a boss ass bitch, period. You know, from the music to the fashion to the makeup, she's just holding her own bag, and I just respect that so much. And DJ Khaled, like, I love people who win big, and that's one. But besides music, Elon Musk. I'm obsessed with Elon Musk. Obsessed. Here, lads. What is the most trouble I've ever gotten into? So this is like a long time ago. Maybe I was 15 or 16, and I decided to go to the UK on a ferry without a passport, without telling my moms. I just got up on a ferry and decided to go to the UK. And guess what? I got busted at the immigration control. They stopped me. They were asking me, what am I doing here? Am I being trafficked and all sorts? And I was like, no, I'm trying to like play this off. And it was all cool till they told me, you need to come to the side and come to this room. So I'm sitting here thinking like, geez, like, I don't care what you guys do, but like, don't call my mom. Next minute, you know it, they were on the phone to my mom. My mom got onto the phone. It was like 5 a.m. She was like, what are you doing in Wales, Holyhead? But it was such a good trip though. I got out of the situation, had like maybe a few weeks holiday, went back home in one piece. It's fine. I got in trouble though. I got in so much shit with my mom. What's the best advice I've been given? So the best advice I've ever been given is from Dr. Seuss. It's a poem. My girl Rebecca, like years ago when we first actually met, showed me this poem. I think we were in 5th year, maybe like 16 years old, maybe like 6 years ago, over 6 years ago. And it's the be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. So I had to read that for you guys because I always mix it up. But that's my favorite poem or quote. If I could change anything from the industry, what would it be? I feel like what I would change is the double standards. And that's on period. Nothing else. Double standards. I hate it. What's next for Alicia Raye? Alicia Raye right now is super busy. She's working on a project, mixtape tape of like, this project is so deep. I don't even have the words to like describe it. I'm working on a 26-track mixtape. It's a collaborative tape with the top trendy artists in Ireland right now within the urban scene. And it's just a vibe. Like, I have the hottest of the hottest artists on my project. We have 26 tracks, like I've mentioned, over 30 artists who are all Irish artists on the project. majority of my tape is produced by in-house Irish producers. So it's a whole tape for the whole community, because this year it's all about putting Ireland on the map. Yes, sir. So, you know, coming out with this tape, I feel like this just does that. You know, it just has it. You know, anybody want to hear some Irish music? Well, listen to Alicia Raye collaborative tape. You have all of them there, you know. So it's what I'm working on. And it should be with you guys by the end of the year. So it's pretty much all my sweat, blood, tears, and energy has been going into this collaborative tape, which is called The Alphabet, hence why it's 26 songs, and it's just dope, you know? That's what I'm working on.